What's up, fellow Sambarians? Got me a Sambar round eye van behind me. I need to drop the gas tank today because the fuel level sending unit is not working. Now, if you have noticed, yours will probably rise very slowly. That is okay. That's totally normal. I've filled up in the past and I've got, 2 blocks away and the needle was finally at full. So don't panic. It's totally normal. They're extremely slow. It's not broken. But this one does not do anything at all. So I did a little gas swap from this van. So I don't have any tanks to a van up there. So I should say extra fuel cans around here. So I did a fuel swap for temporary purposes only. It's best to empty these tanks because you think, oh, it's only 9 gallons. It's very heavy and awkward when you're down there, especially when it starts sloshing around. So empty your gas tank however you want to. I have a little pump transfer, or you can physically just drain it using the fuel hose at the front of the tank, and then you can kind of lean the tank and drain it. So whatever you want to do, how you drain it, it's best to do it empty, or as empty as possible. And the issue I think we're going to figure out today is either the unit is broken itself, or what happens is the grounds start to lose good contact, corrosion, whatever. So I'm going to do some cleaning of the grounds and see if that fixes it, because at this point in time when I'm making this video, the level sending units, they are extremely difficult to get. I have bought maybe 10 in my entire time of doing this, and the last batch of like 5 or 6 took 6 months to get. So production is extremely slow on these, so it's very hard to get them. They most of the time cancel the order because they don't want to have to sit and wait, to ship out the product. So I will try ordering them, every couple months. I just put in an order for them, so we'll see if that goes through. But if this one's broken, it is what it is. You'll have to do the math. They're about a 9-gallon tank. Let's say 25 miles to the gallon to be safe. Then you can calculate how long you can go on a tank. I say 25 to be safe. It could be more. I don't know. I've never checked the actual MPG on these things. But it's always be safe than sorry stranded on the side of the road. So I'm going to drop the tank, show you how to do it. This is a carbureted model, fuel injected. It's a little bit different with the fuel lines, but same concept. Now, if this was an issue on the trucks, if you're like, oh, my level sending unit isn't working, I'll show you the difference between the truck and a van. If this was a truck, I'd be done. I wouldn't even be making a video. But since this is a van, trucks, you have full access. You can go right in there. There's your level sending unit. Move the grounds, the connections on the post around, clean them. Might be a bad ground. But freaking vans, man, they are sealed up tight like Fort Knox down there. So you have to lower the tank. So unfortunately, we got to do that. So it'll be a bummer if this doesn't fix it, because then I'm just putting a broken unit back on, but I can't get them. So it is what it is. So let's get to it. So yeah, first steps, drain all the fuel, however means you want to do that. And then let's start taking off hoses and bolts. All right, so first, obviously, get your sandbar up off the ground as high as possible. Jack stands, because you're gonna need jacks to drop the tank. And these are the hoses we need to disconnect. Okay, so here's our filler neck. We will unclamp that, and that's what I mean. You can drain the tank from there. Just take that hose off. We have the vent tube. We'll just unhook from there and then pull the hose down with the tank because it's up on top. It's kind of awkward to get. We got 2 bolts in the front sitting on a shelf, so it's not like you can unbolt it right now. It's not going anywhere. You actually have to physically get them off that little shelf. So 2 12s right there will take off, and then we'll come to the back, 2 more 12s in the back, so a total of 4 bolts on the tank. We have our feed line going to the fuel filter and fuel pump, so you'll need to take that off, and you need to make sure you get the upper hoses, the returns, off. or you will be really struggling. So right up here, there are 2 lines, and this goes for the fuel injected models and carbureted. Make sure you get those 2 uppers, or you'll be yanking and like, why is my tank not coming down? So yeah, don't forget, this is like the same on the fuel injected models as well. Fuel injected, supercharged, whatever. Couple hoses on top. You need to make sure you get those. And then obviously the carbureted one, you can see that one pretty easy. But yeah, those top 2, you can't see them because they're up on top. So that's why it's kind of confusing if you don't do that. And you're like, why is my tank not moving? So there we go, total of 4 bolts. I've already drained it. There's maybe a little bit in there. But yeah, I'm gonna get that clamp off, the vent clamp off from out there, and then all these hoses off and the bolts off. And then I'll put a jack down here, I'll put a jack here, and we'll lower it down. All right, you might need some pliers to break that hose grip free. There we go. Yep, it's gonna leak some gas out. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully we don't fill up this bucket with fuel, because there's a lot more fuel in there than I thought there would be. Okay, we can stop now. Okay, all right, okay. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm gonna have to get a bigger bucket. Holy cow, man. Woohoo, I love gasoline. And this extension is going to get thrown across my yard, I think. Okay, well, we're filling up more than I thought. I might have to bust out the bigger bucket. Okay, so that's why it's good to have some buckets on hand when you start draining the old snake tank. So yeah, we're gonna let that drain for a minute. I thought I had more fuel out of there. Apparently I did not. This tank must have been full, and I couldn't tell because the gauge, no worky. Oh, there's my patitos. We can say hi to them in the meantime. Oh, hello, Snowflake. You are feeling sleepy, Snowflake. Very sleepy. You're gonna go to sleep soon. Yes, you are. Close those eyes. I know you want to. Very good, Patito. Ah, Snowflake. Big golden guy. Look at him. Oh, looks like a grandpa with his gray feathers. Patita. You know, cleaning her lady bits. Hi, Patita. Man, what it would be to be a duck. Oh, all right. Yep, that thing's gonna fill up. Dang it. So while it's still draining, 1 full bucket, little bucket, not too bad. Vent hose disconnected up there. And then these are pickup disconnected. And I think one is a vent and one is a return. Those, yeah, both have been disconnected. So we are ready to start unbolting the tank. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so the first front 2 bolts removed. You do have these little like washer, spacer, and little rubber isolator deals. So don't lose those, set those aside. So now we're onto the back. I'm not gonna fully loosen out all the bolts. I'll take one out, leave one in, and then I'm gonna get these little collars. Set these aside. Let's get the back bolts out. All right, set these in the way because they'll get in the way. And let's start lowering down our gas tank. I might not actually have to lower it all the way down because we just need to get to the top to reach the fuel sending unit. But let's see what we can do. Let me get the other jack onto the front. Get my ever annoying creeper out of the way. I just don't want it to fall because then we'll yank all the wires off of our sending unit. Then we'll really have the opportunity to mess something up. So let's see here. This is always the fun part. I gotta slide it back. Actually, we just gotta keep going down with it. Okay, well, I almost forgot. And I can't explain. The last van that I dropped the tank, I didn't run into this issue because obviously they did work before and they didn't put it back to correctly. But I forgot, all your cables run through little holders on the gas tank. So don't forget to take those out and then you can lower the tank down. I was like, man, the tank's not moving. I already disconnected everything. I'm gonna take those off right now. All right, so let's try this again. Now, with the tank partially down, don't try to drop it all the way. We got to disconnect the level sending unit. It's 2 little plugs. Very easy. Now, let's get this sucker out. There we go. Finally. Oh, and a lot more fuel coming out. Oh, goody. So there's our fuel sending unit. So like I said, before it fully comes down, make sure you have these disconnected because that would have been stretching our connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean most of this off, and I'll take this off and just see if the unit inside is going up and down. If it is, then we'll try just cleaning these contacts and pray it works. Otherwise, yeah, it is what it is since I can't get those units. And these are extremely easy. They're just a bunch of 8s, little 8mm, and then it pops straight out. Be careful because we don't want to booger up the arm. Yeah, let's slide this thing out and clean that up. All right, let's pull the unit out, take a look at it. Carefully. Well, it's not bad. I mean, it's not all rusty. So in theory, it should be working. I can't repair this. I'm not even gonna attempt to repair it. Maybe somebody who's an electrical nerd could do that, but that's not me. But that looks very rusty. So we'll try cleaning. And the inside of the tank looks clean. That's good, no rust. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean these contacts. Yeah, when you feed it in and pull it out, don't try to, it doesn't work. It's like, playing with blocks when you're a kid. Use your brain, common sense. I'm going to, maybe I'll just cut this one and redo the connection. And I'll use some electrical cleaner and clean this connection. And then I will hook it up and then we'll move it with our hands and see if the gauge works inside the car. Well, I think I got it. So I cut the old connection off. I put on a new one. I cleaned all these terminals, cleaned that terminal with a wire brush, cleaned that guy with some electronic cleaner. I put a new end on that guy, but that should be full right there. Let's go see our gas gauge. Bruh. That's awesome. So yeah, not always is it a bad sending unit. It could just be a bad connection. So don't assume that the unit's bad unless it's, you take it out and it's actually like not working or you've done everything to test and clean it. But yeah, that's how you can fix your old sending unit. I mean, this one looks clean, so it should, in theory, look like it should be working, and it was just a bad connection. But yeah, same process installing it. I'm going to put this all back together and bolt it up. Reverse operation of installing it, but just some basic knowledge of how to use crimping and electrical ends and all that stuff. Man, that's awesome. Cool. So this thing's ready to go. Carb was cleaned. I got her running because she wouldn't run. And Yeah, save the Subaru. So thanks for watching, guys. Turn this off. Really appreciate it. Hopefully that's helpful when it comes to a bad fuel level sending unit. You can obviously replace it doing the same way, but just see if you can repair yours. It's easy to test it outside of the car. But yeah, I do have those on my website sometimes. I put another order in. We'll see if that one comes through. But yeah, in the meantime, it is what it is. So cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that if you would like to. That would really help me out a lot. Keeps me motivated to keep going and keep working on sandbars. We got quite a few. There's a classic that just came in the other day. Yeah, lots going on. So thanks for watching, guys. See you all on the next one.